If the phrase find joy in the journey sounds glorious, but also completely nauseating at the same time, then this video is for you. Hi, my name's Natasha Nidock. I am a counselor and a Reiki master and the co-founder of Mind and Body Wellness, where we help women to feel amazing while we make health and fitness and healing fun. So let's talk about finding joy in the journey. We hear that phrase so often, but it honestly feels like something that is untouchable for so many of us, right? And so, first, I want to talk to you about what joy even is. Oftentimes, we confuse happiness and joy. So, happiness is actually short term, it's something we can feel, an emotion we can feel by maybe a good cup of coffee or a quick shopping trip or somebody telling us a funny joke. But joy is actually a deeper emotion. It is long term. It's all about inner peace and contentment. And it's something I think so many of us are striving for, but we have no idea how to get there with the stressors of everyday life and sometimes just our own perspective on things. So today I want to give you some tips and tricks of how to actually bring joy into your life. But before I go there, I do want to talk about why it's so important for our physical body. So I'm very, very big in the belief that our emotional body impacts our physical bodies. Okay. So joy impacts our physical bodies in so many ways. And here are a few. It lowers your heart rate. It lowers blood pressure. It helps us to have a stronger immune system. And we actually, if we're experiencing and living in joy, we have less illnesses and less reported aches and pains. We have a longer lifespan in 53% of cases from a specific research study. And it also just reduces stress and the effects that stress has on our bodies, which is so many. It's so many. So those are a few reasons why cultivating joy is something that we should all be striving for in our lives. Not only does it feel good, but it physically, emotionally feels good. It will physically feel good for you too. So, how do you cultivate joy, right? It's longer term. It takes some work to be able to get there. So, how do we find it? Two things I wanted to give you, and then I'm going to give you a bunch of little tools that you can utilize. Number one, I think it is so important to know what joy looks like for you. Not the definition, right? Contentment and inner peace. That's cute, but what does it actually look like for you? So I want you to close your eyes and visualize it. See it, taste it, feel it. What are you doing? What are you thinking? What's it, where are you? At all the things. Envision yourself in endless joy. How does that feel? Where are you? What are you doing? What is that for you? And then write it down. The more often that we are able to read or to see what something that we want, right? The more likely it is for it to come true or it to come to be for us. So I want you to visualize it and then write what you saw and then read that every single day. Just once in the morning, write it in your phone, set a reminder, read your joy statement. What is joy? Read it. Joy, joy in big words, right? Read it. It is a fantastic thing to do. The more we start to focus on things that we want that are beautiful in our lives, the more they come into play. It's karma. Karma works in that way too, in positive ways too. Number two, bring it into your life. Okay. Easier said than done, right? So how? Here are some tips for you, things you can utilize in everyday life that are going to help you to start to cultivate joy. Number one, practice gratitude. I have been somebody who practices gratitude every morning for the last about 7 years. Okay. It is such a simple tool and it sets the pace for your day. It sets the tone for your day. You can't be glad and sad at the same time. I used to tell my elementary school students that. And so gratitude is a great way to force yourself out of grumpiness or out of sadness. Okay. And when you're starting your day with gratitude, it sets the pace for the entire day. Two, make room for your passions. We all have passions. We somehow lose them, a lot of us, as we get older, especially when we have kids. Our passions turn into our kids' passions, right? Because we love watching them. But it's so important to find something that you love and to reconnect with that. So, for instance, in my own healing journey, which has been over the past few years after being diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, which we're not going to go into today, but I will gladly go into it more in an individual email if you want to talk more about it, or in the future. Um, Making room for my passions and figuring out what I was even passionate about was so important. So I started to read fiction books again, and not just like self-development and self-growth books. I started to bring plants into my home, which is weird. You can't see any here, but if I shift my computer just a little bit, there's a bunch of my babies. I started to do a lot of get outdoors with nature a lot more. We started mountain biking, started hiking, just making time to get outside in my bare feet, get into my garden every single day. So many things that I actually, maybe I didn't even know that I love them, but I do love them now, and they feel so good to me. It's so important to do that, because when you're doing things you're passionate about, it's just going to start to expand into your whole feeling of your whole life. Okay. Cultivating it, growing it, right? Okay. Next, be present by releasing your past. Okay. So being present, it can be as simple as putting your cell phone away if you're spending too much time on it, setting restrictions on it. You can set restrictions on your own phone. Who would have thought, right? Or cutting off work whenever you need to cut off work so you can come home, looking your kids in the eyes. It's so weird how often we don't take the time to actually do that when we're communicating. But also, oftentimes we can't be present because we're too stuck in the past. And so if that is you, then releasing those emotions through life coaching, counseling, through energy work, whatever is working for you. Journaling is a great way to do that. Is so, so, so super important. So you can stay present. So you aren't there all the time, but you're here where we need to be. Next one, volunteer. I don't have to go into big description on volunteering. Volunteering, serving others makes you feel good too. Reconnect with nature. Like I said, get outside. That's been huge for my own healing. Get outside. And I know if you're in Pennsylvania or a northern state or a northern country, it is not always easy to want to get outside once it gets cold. Just try to take some time to walk to your mailbox, or, down the street a little bit every day. But getting outside, especially when it's nice and warm out, is so good for our energy. It clears our energy, first of all, but it also grounds us and connects us to the earth that we're supposed to be connected to. Mother Earth wants us to connect to her because she is so healing in herself. So connect with nature, get outside more. And if you can get out in bare feet, even better. And then lastly, seek out positive people. So I always think about this. You are the sum of the 5 people you hang around with most when it comes to success at work, when it comes to outlook on life, when it comes to positivity or negativity, right? You're the sum of those people. So who are you surrounding yourself with? Seek out people who are positive so that you feel positive. Everybody notices the Debbie Downer in the room. We don't want to be her. We don't want to hang out with her, because then we tend to drag and gravitate were the 2 words I use there, into her. We don't want that. So setting boundaries with people who are lowering your energy is so super important, but selecting people to spend time with that bring you up, that fill you up, that are positive, that are cultivating joy for themselves, or trying, right? Or are there already. So, so, so important. So those are a few things I wanted to share with you today. Also, one last tip. When it comes to health and fitness, because we are mind and body wellness, right? That's what so many of you are joining us for. Tips about how to get healthy and stay healthy and get fit, etc. We are able to utilize all of these things that I just talked about, but turn them into health and fitness. So practice gratitude with your body. What are you grateful for? Why are you so grateful for your body? What does it do for you that you appreciate? Make room for your passions. Okay. So maybe you're not passionate about exercising, but how do you love to move your body? Do you love to dance? Do you love to, I don't know, jump on the trampoline? Do you love to do headstands? Whatever it is, or get outside and walk. Make it fun, right? Make fitness, maybe not your passion, but make it fun, you're more likely to stay and enjoy the journey. Reconnect with nature, work out outside, right? Seek positive people, find supportive people who are already doing what you want to do with your life, and surround yourself with them when it comes to health and fitness. Okay. Same concept, but make it health and fitness focused. And there you go. There you have it. Those are the things that are going to help you to enjoy your journey in life, but also enjoy your health and fitness journey as well. So again, if you are somebody who is like, I need this. This is actually a tiny little piece of the training that I provide in our Mind and Body membership for the month of December. So every month, I provide a new mindset focused training for you so that you get the support that you need when it comes to getting healthy, but the mind part, because our minds hold us back way more than our bodies ever will. Every month, you also are receiving a non-personalized fitness plan from my co-business owner, Amy, and you're receiving so many resources and tools and all kinds of fun information in our database just for you. It's new every month, but you never lose the previous months until you decide it's not for you. So if you're interested in learning more about Mind and Body membership, click the link below. You can check it all out. And if you have any questions, feel free to respond to this video, email, and I am more than happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me today to talk about joy. I hope you have a joyous rest of 2022, and we'll see you going into 2023. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, all the things. Make this as joyous as you can.